G'day. This is Charlie, and I'm coming to you today with your daily dose of business inspiration. Topic number 200. No title yet. We will see what the title ends up when I finish this video. I am kind of amazed, actually, that I've got to topic number 200. I started this podcast or these episodes, the Daily Dose of Business Inspiration, at the beginning of 2024, this year, just to be clear. Not long after I returned from Hawaii, I was meant to spend 6 months in Hawaii, wasn't able to do that, had to come home early, and ended up back in Canberra, wondering sort of what I was going to be doing for this year. I was going to head back up to Atherton Tablelands and go and live with my dad again, and just keep doing what I had been doing. There was nothing wrong with what I had been doing, but I was in a very funny place, and I thought, one of the things that I'd really like to do is start sharing some of my thoughts, some of my experiences, some of my, I guess it's wisdom, I guess, with my audience and with others who might be going down this journey as well, who might be on this journey as well, or starting out this journey, and just looking for those moments where there's someone that they can listen to or talk to, listen to, because you can't really talk to me on these, and just get a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of motivation, and have some thoughts provoked that make the day easier for them, make running their business a little easier for them. I don't know whether I've achieved that. I do know that I wasn't sure how long I would be able to keep up daily videos. And that was going to be a big challenge for me. And the reason it was going to be a big challenge is I didn't have a fixed address. I had I had two suitcases. I had my computer case. I had two big suitcases. I had a carry-on and my computer case and a backpack, and that was kind of it. That's what I had. My computer came with me. I had all of the bits and pieces. I had my external keyboard. I had my mouse mat, my mouse mat, my mouse and my microphone, and that was it. And I was back in Canberra, and I was house sitting for a little bit, so I was in a house, and when I started doing these, and I got to do it in the house, which was nice. But then that house set finished and I moved on, and I ended up staying at my brother's for a couple of weeks. Thank you to my brother for putting up with me. And I was doing the recordings in a bedroom in his house while we fitted out my camper van. And then once I got on the road, I have pretty much recorded every episode since March in my camper van, sitting in my camper van with really bad lighting and wondering whether my microphone's connected the right way, or whether my internet is going to keep working so that I can keep uploading things and keep talking to people. When it's been stinking hot and I've had to have the door shut and I've had the sweat pouring off me, a fan running on me. Thank goodness I've got really good sound deadening on the microphone setup that I've got, because there's a fan running all the time to keep the sweat. So the sweat's pouring off me, and I end up gasping because it's so hot. Or more recently, as we've been in winter, it's been so cold. I've got a heater sitting under my feet here. Thank goodness I can get power and running on my feet to keep my feet warm. But I've done it, and I wanted to share. Sorry, that's a really long intro. But I did it, and one of the things I really wanted to share is that I've got a lot out of doing it myself. I've shown myself I can do it. I set the goal. I set the initial goal as we are going to do one episode a day, and then I worked out that wasn't going to work for me, because trying to do one episode a day and still run my business was really hard, or challenging, not hard. So I then set the goal that I would end up doing 5 episodes at a time, or 6 or 7 episodes at a time, and it's just put aside a day, do the recording, then do the editing, and then schedule them to go up. And I was doing it all, as well as delivering the business for my business. So it was a very challenging time. I then decided that no, I don't want to be doing the editing and the posting to social media. So I still did the editing, and I got someone on to help me do the posting to social media. They decided that that wasn't what they wanted to be doing, and that's fine. I'm really, really good with that. I'm really, really good with people coming to me and saying, "This really isn't what I want to be doing." I'm like, cool, let's find something else, or maybe you just need to move on. What is it you want to do? We had that discussion. So I found someone else, and they started doing the posting, and they said to me, I can do the video editing. And I'm like, yes, but it's my videos, and I have very specific requirements. It's very precious. And I wasn't, and it was then, it took a week or so, and it was then I realized that I wasn't practicing what I was preaching. I hadn't, at that point, I'm just trying to think how to say this. At that point, it was, is this something that is bringing me money through the door? Is this something that I can put my finger on and say, this brings me money through the door? No, it's not. It wasn't designed to. And it's not something that brings me money directly through the door. Why then are you doing that? You've got all these other jobs sitting here that you need to be doing to bring your money through the door, and this is distracting you from it. You are not practicing what you're preaching, Charly. And this is a discussion. Yes, there's sometimes two of me, and we have a discussion. Uh, and I went, okay, so you think you can do the editing for me? Here are my specific requirements, and go away, put it all together for me, show me what you're doing. It took a couple of back and forwards, and a couple of times I said, no, that's not what I want. I want this. I want this specific thing. There was some very specific things I wanted in the branding and the way that the videos were going together. He got it. And since about May, I guess, maybe early June, he's been doing the editing and putting them up onto social media for me, and I've just been doing the recordings and the text that goes all with it. That was a big learning curve for me. I got to practice what I preach, which is which I love. I think that's really fantastic, and I think it's really good that I can actually sit here and be honest with you guys and say, it was a challenge. It was my baby. It was something that was very, very precious to me and special to me. And I had to learn to let that go. Um, I was doing, like I said, I was doing 7 episodes at a time and trying to edit them and do them all at once. And I have sort of been playing around with that, especially now that I've got someone who's doing the editing and putting the videos up. It's sometimes very easy to say, oh, get to doing the videos tomorrow. It's fine. And then I look and I'm like, I've got one video left to go out, and I've got to get the next one up, and I'm not ready. I don't have anything prepared. So I had to get back into that flow of what works for me, what doesn't. And then I also had on top of that the fact that I am traveling. I am in my camper van. I am driving around Australia. I go from place to place. I actually, as I go and find a place to stop, I've actually find somewhere that I can house sit. So somewhere where someone's going away for a little bit. That might be a couple of weeks. It might be a couple of months. They need their pets looked after. And in return, I get to use their house. Or in this case, I'm actually in the camper van today for this house sit. I'm in my camper van. I sleep in my camper van, and I work in my camper van, and I go in and out of the house to look after the animals and keep the house tidy and such. And work out how that is. But when you're going from place to place, like when I've got to drive, some of the distances I was driving were 600, 700, 800 kilometers. One time I did 1,600 kilometers in 2 days. So long drives I was doing. And when you're doing that, finding the time and feeling like you want to turn the camera on, be bubbly and effervescent, schweppervescence for those of you who know, um, and actually be able to incite knowledge and experiences. Sorry, share knowledge and experiences. It's not something I wanted to do. I just wanted to crash in bed for a day and recover. Now I found I'm starting to get into my groove, and I've set myself a daily goal. Well, I've set myself a goal that I will do 4 videos a day. And the idea is that by doing 4 videos a day, I am going to be ahead of the curve. I'm going to have a couple of weeks worth of videos ready to go, so that if something happens, and when I leave here in a couple of weeks and I need to drive another couple of 100 kilometers to the next place, I've got a little bit of a buffer there that gives me just that little bit of breathing space. So some of the lessons I've learned is practice what you preach. Charly, Charly, Charly. Practice what you preach. Uh, be organized and set your goal and commit to that goal. I've got to 200 topics. I've got so many more topics ready to go to. I've got a list of them that I want to talk about. I am sure that as I go through too, guys, this is what I'm talking about and how I'm talking about things is going to change. I'm sure the format will change as well, and I'm sure my branding and all of the things around it will change. And that's just part of the excitement of this journey. I have truly, truly enjoyed the journey to 200 episodes. I am most grateful to everyone who has listened, liked, shared, made comments, contacted me privately and said how much you're enjoying it. Thank you so much. It means so much to me. I really hope that you get some value out of everything I share. And happy 200, Charly. Yeah, you've done something that you didn't think you could do. Charly, me. Happy 200 me. You've done something you didn't think you could do, and tomorrow we will get on and get back to our normal scheduled inspirations. Please remember, guys, to like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell so you find out when I drop more content. If you are listening or viewing this somewhere where you can leave a review, please leave a review, or maybe even just share this content with someone else today. That would be fantastic. Tomorrow, we are back to normal programming. Topic number 201, we're going to talk about positive affirmations again, and I'm really looking forward to that. See you tomorrow, guys. Thank you so much for being around for 200 episodes. Bye.